Hey guys, just uploading this video just to give you a little bit of a opener on Age of Empires 2. I'm hoping that we can maybe sometime play, maybe form a team like we meant to do all those months ago. We just have been super busy, but now that it's summer, we have some time. I was wondering if you guys maybe wanted to form a team up again. So this is going to be the first video in a series of videos where I'm going to show you the basics of settings and also the first things you should do when you enter the game. It's extremely important in your first 5 minutes that you do exactly what I'm about to show you. Otherwise, you will fall behind very quickly in score, and hopefully, after watching this, you'll be able to improve a bit. So, without further ado, let's begin. We're just going to go into a regular standard single-player game. I already have a couple of settings set up: location rivers, normal map size, moderate difficulty, standard resources. The one thing that's going to be different from games we play as a team would be the reveal map. I have it set to explored just so I can show you the basics, but it will normally be set to normal, in which case you won't be able to see the rest of the map. You'll have to scout it out. Alright, and then victory is on standard, so you can win with relic victory or wonder victory or conquest. Without further ado, we're going to get started. I'm just going to choose a random civ, and all four of us are on separate teams. Let's see. Vietnamese. Okay, I haven't played as them very often, but see what we can do. First thing you're going to do is queue up as many villagers as you can in your town center, and then with your villagers, you're going to build two houses. Two on one and one villager on the other. You're going to try to find your sheep as well with your scout at the exact same time, and you're going to want to make sure that nobody is ever idle. Takes a little practice, but you'll eventually get it. Okay, make sure your town center is set on that sheep. Your first 6 villagers that you create are going to be going on sheep, one at a time onto your town center. As soon as they start working on one, you can send a second one over. And at the same time, your scout is going to be going around scouting for sheep. Guys, also just want to apologize for my mic quality. It's not a very good mic. Actually, I think it's from 1995, so it's a little old, a little outdated. So sound quality is going to be sacrificed here just for convenience. Okay, so after you've created your first 6 villagers and put them on sheep, your next 2 are going to go on the closest tree to your town center. The scout is still working on finding all the sheep, you just keep them on the outskirts. Whenever the villagers finish a sheep like that, you can feel free to send another one in, because they'll automatically begin working on the next one. Oh, see that right there? That was not good. Even though it seems like it was only a split second where I wasn't building anything in my town center, you want to make sure that your town center is never idle. It should always be producing, either villagers or techs. Alright, I'm going to keep moving my scout around here. And if you do this build order correctly, you will be able to do it successfully without having to sacrifice any idle time for your town center. Oh, that's not good. There we go. Alright, so you have your first 2 on this tree here, and then you're going to send your next one out to build a lumber camp, somewhere near where there's a bunch of trees. And then your next couple villagers are going to go on wood. Okay, so that was the basic game start. That's the really important part. After this, things start to vary based on what civ you are or what you're planning to do. So, for example, I'm going to go in this video for what I call a fast castle strategy. It's an accepted means of getting to the castle age quickly. Okay, make sure to split up your villagers a bit so that they mine wood efficiently. Keep the sheep coming in. Alright, I'll send my scout out too. Try to find the connections where my island connects to the others. There's one. Oh, we're going to scout him out. Who is he? We'll have to see. Okay, keep it coming. Now, actual players do what's called a boiler. I'm going to show you that, but you don't have to do this. It's just a little way to get a little bit more of an advantage on food from your opponents. If you look around the map, oh, there's 2. You can find boar there around, and they are quite a bit of food, and your villagers actually take food from them faster than they would anything else, even sheep. Build a house there so I don't get housed. Remember, we're going to keep villagers going. Don't want to pause even for a second. Normally around this time you're going to want to build a mill somewhere near your berries. It's usually what I do. Oh, see, I don't have enough food, so I'm going to automatically go and research a loom. So it gives me a little bit of time to build up some food to build more villagers. But notice how my town center still isn't idle. I'm always doing something. I have quite a few on wood now, so I'm going to start transitioning into farms. So my next couple of villagers are going to build farms. Keep in mind that if you do not build a mill, you will not be able to build farms. It's necessary that you build a mill before you can build a farm. I'm just going to put another house down so we don't get housed. Keep on going up. Okay, build a farm. Your first farm is going to go there on that spot. Farm placement is actually very important. In order to be efficient, you have to make sure that you build them in this order. Exactly. Okay, that villager's done. Send her back to wood. Now normally I'm kind of neglecting my scout way over here, but normally you would be moving him around trying to get insight onto your enemy's whereabouts and what they're up to. I'm just right now focusing on the basics, which is economy. And economy is extremely important in this game. We're not going to bother with a boiler, actually, I've decided. So after they're done with sheep, if you're not going to do a boiler, you just automatically go and you send them over to berries. And as you can see down here, my score is higher than my opponent's score. Now, all the pro players, the ones that are rated in the high 2000s ELO score, they do this exact same thing. It's just speed that separates people like us from the pro players. So I'm actually doing this really slow. Normally I do it a little bit faster in games, but I'm trying to slow it down. Oh, enemy scout, what you can do to kill it. Your nearest villagers, garrison them in the town center, and it will fire arrows. See if he curves back around. Nope. Okay, so he escaped, and then immediately you're going to want to send them back to work so that there's no downtime or idle time. I'm going to build one more farm. I'm actually going to do it up here. And then I'm going to actually do something I don't normally do. I'm going to build a second lumber camp down here. Just so we can grab more wood. Because I think I'm going to build a dock. And we're going to want a lot of wood and gold in order to do that. So yeah, we're going to send a couple down there. I'm going to build a dock over here. Nope, I got housed. See? Yeah, I always have to be watching that. That was foolish of me. Villagers still coming out. In order to advance to the next age, which is the feudal age, you have to have 500 food. And if you play it right, you should be able to go up at about 28 villagers. So as you can see right now, I'm at 25, now I'm 26. Let's see if I can actually hit that mark. Sometimes it's going to vary a bit, but normally you'll be able to hit that mark precisely when you have about 28 villagers. Okay, he's finishing my dock. I'm going to have him build another house. Okay, one more villager to go. I'm at 28, and I am going to hit about 500 food at that time. So that was a pretty successful feudal age upgrade. Oh, a little short. There we go. Now I'm going to do something crazy. It's called a fast castle strategy. I mentioned it a little bit earlier. Build another house. And what that entails is you spend only about 2 minutes in the feudal age and you go right up to castle. You pretty much skip it right over. Now on a multiplayer map, in a game where it's maybe a 2-on-2 or a 3-on-3, even a 4-on-4, the only people that should be fast castling are the people that are in what's called the pocket position. So the civs that are in the middle, that are not on the edges near the enemy. And when I'm almost up to the feudal age, I'm going to grab 2 of my villagers that are working on wood. Maybe I'll do a couple of these guys, just to get some extra food income. Fishing ships on a water map can be extremely useful. It's almost like having a second town center, making villagers. Because the fishing ships will gather food for you. Okay, so we're almost up. You're going to take 2 of your villagers from wood, and you're going to bring them somewhere. In a multiplayer game farthest away from your allies, so you generate more gold. And as soon as you go up to the feudal, what you're going to do is you're going to immediately put down a market, take one of your villagers back here and put down a blacksmith, build a villager or two. And it takes 800 food and 200 gold to go up. Oh, you see one of my opponents just advanced. I'm not too worried about it. Okay, as soon as your market's finished, you're going to sell 2 stone. You send these guys over to grab stone. And then you should be almost there. So I'm a little short, so I fell a little short on the strategy. But normally if you do it correctly, you'll be hitting about 800 food quickly. And then as soon as you do, you can go right up to the castle age. Selling that stone has gotten you the 200 gold that was necessary to go up, and by that time you should have about 800 food. So you should be able to advance fairly quickly. So that's the fast castle strategy, and again, not many people are going to be employing that unless they're in the pocket position. But it is fairly useful if you are looking for a technological advantage over your enemy. I apologize for the quality of this video. It's actually the first one I'm doing, so I'm still working on the whole logistics part of things, and I'm not going to be able to really edit it that well, so bear with me. Okay, so they just finished up the berries. I'm going to put a couple of them on food, and then these 3 I'm going to actually put on stone. Still heading up to the castle age. Okay, looks like red's going to be a problem this game. As you can see down here watching the score, he and I are fairly close. So I am a little worried about him. I'm going to actually grab my scout. I'm going to head down there and just take a look, see what he's up to. By seeing the build order, what buildings your opponent's doing, you should be able to tell what their strategy is going to be. Oh, there's that scout again. Down here, this is the idle villager button. You can click it to find any idle villagers. Luckily, I have none, and that's what you want to have. No villagers idle ever. They always want to be gathering resources or building buildings. And your town center should never be idle. Not once. So as soon as I go up to castle, I'm going to start building more villagers. And the first thing I'm going to put down is actually another town center, which you can do once you reach the castle age. So I'm going to grab one of my wood villagers. I'm going to put down a town center, I'm thinking right here. And then I'm going to put my next couple villagers on building the town center. That way I can get it done rather quickly. Oh, looks like I'm running low on wood. 60 wood. Ooh. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I'm low on wood due to this whole fishing ship boom I'm trying out. Yeah, I'm really low on wood, huh? Yeah, we'll fix that. Okay, so I have a couple more villagers working on that, so what we're going to do is we're going to repopulate this lumber camp. So I do have quite a bit of food. Check to make sure I'm not housed. Good, we still have some space there. And one of the upgrades you're going to get as soon as you go castle, as soon as you can, is going to be the bit axe upgrade, double bit axe. It increases your wood speed by 20%, which is really good. We're going to keep on producing villagers at the same time. Okay, that town center's done. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put some guys on wood too, because we're still low on wood. But normally what I would do with my second town center is start putting them on gold. Your second town center is going to want to be near your gold pile, so you can start collecting gold in the castle age. Alright, see, that's the next person to go up to the castle, but notice how far I beat them by. I beat them by a good 4 minutes. Okay, keep on putting a couple on wood. Now I can put these guys on gold. Now I have enough to grab the double bit axe upgrade, and I'm also going to actually grab the horse collar upgrade, which adds some food to your farm so they last longer. Where are my other? Okay, they're over there. I'm going to grab the gill nets upgrade, which makes my fishing ships gather fish faster, which is very useful. And then we'll put some more on gold. Yeah, we're going to grab gold mining too. Gold is probably the most important resource in this game. Unless you're playing on a Black Forest map, then, I mean, you effectively never run out of resources until the trees are all gone. Increase in fishing speed. It's really good. Alright, so now what I'm going to do, I'm going to actually put another lumber camp down. Oh, I have a couple of relics. So I'm going to do something I don't normally do, build a monastery and go right for those relics. Grab bow saw, increases wood again, wood chopping speed, and I have enough for heavy plow, we're going to grab heavy plow too. So you're going to want to prioritize your economy. Okay, we'll put some more villagers on wood. And at some point you're going to want to start getting blacksmith upgrades. Grab wheelbarrow. And what civ is red? Okay, red is the Mayans. So Mayans' weakness, so they have eagle warriors. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to prioritize your swordsman line. So I'm going to actually take one of my villagers now. I'm going to walk them down here. Build 2 barracks. Now your swordsman line, if we go up here to the tech tree, are these guys right here. So you're going to start off with militia, man-at-arms, long swordsman, two-handed swordsman, and champion. So this is the best counter for the Mayans and what they have up their sleeve. Might have to change the strategy a bit. We'll have to see what they throw at us. Oh, got housed again. See, you got to make sure you're paying attention. So you don't want that to happen. Another neat thing you can do is if you select your mill and you press F a couple of times, it actually garrisons up farms so that your villagers, as soon as we watch right here, she automatically reseats it herself. Very useful. Oh. Uh-oh. Yeah, watch out for Mayan monks too. They have a pretty long range and they are very hard to deal with. Oh, I think I just saw an eagle warrior, which would not be good. Alright, we're going to automatically go up to man-at-arms, first off. Okay, and I think I'm actually going to end the video here. I've shown you the basics, how to get started, and where you should be at. I also recommend building as many town centers as you can, but I wouldn't say any more than 5. 5 is probably the maximum number. I only have 2 right now. Normally, if I was actually playing, what I would do is I would actually have probably 3 or 4 by this time. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you learned something from it. Thanks, guys.